Hello, I'm just here to do some education on the importance of a will, a living will, and a trust. So, what is a will? A will is that love letter that you're going to leave to your family that explain your wishes in how your estate is shared up among your family, friends, or whatever it takes. All right. Um, a trust is a tradition. It's traditionally used to minimize estate taxes and can offer benefit as part of a well-crafted estate planning. The difference between a trust and a trust is as soon as it's created, it's enacted. A will is after you're gone, then it is enacted for your loved ones. So that's your last will and testament, your love letter to them. I'm going to just tell you the difference between the will and the trust, and then we'll go into the advanced directive. So, so the trust is a fiduciary arrangement that allows a third party or trustee to hold assets on behalf of a beneficiary or beneficiaries. Trust can arrange in many ways, and it specify exactly how one needs their assets or their estate to be shared, or how they want it to be passed to their beneficiary. All right, some usually one that's done can avoid probate, so it doesn't go through the court where debts and taxes and all that stuff is taken out. So it bypass that process. So your beneficiary, in other words, have more access to your assets. And with a trust, you can state how you want it to be distributed and over what period of time, right? So it's good to have a trust in place, especially when you have small kids. So then you state, you don't want your 16-year-old having $1 million. Yeah, they don't really appreciate or understand the use of money then, and might just squander your living. So you might want to put it in trust, and at certain age they get be different proportions over a period of time. Some of the benefits of the trust: it control your wealth, so you can set specific terms controlling when and whom, as I just explained it, the disbursement is made to your beneficiaries. It protects your legacy. So properly constructed trust can protect your estate from heirs, creditors, beneficiaries, especially those that have bad money management. It also provides privacy and probate saving. So probate is public record, right? Trust allow you to bypass that. It goes outside, so your estate remains private. So that's one of the big thing about a trust versus a will. A will is after you die. The trust, you can actually not, as soon as you create it, you can use it. You can benefit from your trust. Your will, it saves some of the benefits of your will. Without one, disbursement of your estate will be administered by a designated state court according to the laws of whatever state you're in. So who is better to decide what little Johnny gets, right? Who is better to decide who gets the bigger part of your asset, or who gets whatever? You're the one. So it's important that you have your document in place. Not let the state decide. All right. If you also get to elect who controls your affairs. Um, if you don't have a will, which is a legal binding document, then your estate can be contested in court, and that can take a whole life of its own. A will establish legal guardianship of your children and your minors. Very, very important. If you live in a community state, your will can help with that. And you can amend your will at any time. So it's not like you make one will and it's stuck. You can update it whatever time, whenever time you please. Okay, as life goes on, things changes, you amend your will accordingly. All right, a living will. A living will is guidance or recommendation concerning prudent factors for future action. So typically, it's recommended as a decision over a course or a conduct. So with the living will, it's like it's the same as the advanced healthcare directive. It states your wishes and make critical decisions about your medical care at the end of life. But you're making that ahead of time. So some of the benefits, you can refuse treatment right there in your living will. So I don't want to go on the machine. I don't want a machine keeping me alive. I don't want to have a peg tube, stuff like that. You already state what you want, what your wishes are. Okay? And you'll know the outcome of your medical treatment because you're the one that decides it, right? So let's say I'm Jehovah's Witness and something happened to me and I'm unable at that point in time when I go in the hospital to make my wishes known. My living will be there to attest, okay, I don't need to take blood or XYZ, whatever it is that you want, it's there. I don't need to be operated on. I don't need your will state, your advance directive state that. So you don't leave that hard decision on a family member to make. All right, so you already know what your outcome will be because you've already made that. It prevents argument among families, and that's a big one. The will, have your will in place because families, people are people and they act out accordingly, and money makes a difference. Okay, save your loved one that trauma, all that hostility, all that bad feeling by putting your will in place. It's very, very, very important. Not only does it save that, but it saves the state from deciding where your kids go, who get your estate, and after they dip in it, right? So make that decision. It is very important. Too many people have gone through and died without will, their estate. Take, for instance, Bob Marley. Years, I don't even think his estate is still finalized yet because he didn't have a will. A lot of people die without a will and it caused so much chaos. When it's just a document they could have, gotten prepared right away. It makes decision easy so that your family don't have to make that. I said that already. And it ensures also that doctors follow your orders. If you are unable to make your wishes known and there's an emergency, the doctor is going to do what is medically necessary. Okay, doctors have an oath to preserve and save lives, and that's what they do. Now, maybe your wish is different from what the doctor have in mind or what the doctor see as necessary or best interest, as best in your interest, right? Maybe your wish is different. Your living will state that. So guys, I'm just telling you, just be proactive and get these documents in. We can help with that. You can just send me a note, send me a message. We do your will for you, less than a cup of coffee a day. A lot of people will put off getting their will done because it's cost anywhere from $3,000 to maybe $2,000. It can be expensive, maybe $5,000 to $2,000. And sometimes if they have to decide, am I going to do my will, am I going to do a bill, which they're going to choose. They're going to choose a will, right? They're going to choose the bill, forgive me. So sometimes they'll put it off for that reason, but not knowing that they can get it reasonable and have an attorney prepare that document for them. All right, so with that being said, send me a message, reach out, a text, something. We can show you and guide you in the right way on how to get your will, your trust, advance directive taken care of, and binding legal documents. All right, thank you.